Hey guys, welcome back to Data with Dominic, and welcome to this next video in our SQL Server and T-SQL series. Today we're going to be looking at the primary key constraint in SQL Server. So what is the primary key constraint? Basically, the primary key constraint helps us to uniquely identify each record in a table. That means imagine you have a table with a lot of rows of data. Each row is a record. That's just terminology, and you want to be able to uniquely identify each row in that table with the help of the data in one of the columns of that row. So that column can be assigned as the primary key, and what that does is it means that as a constraint, the primary key does not allow that column value to have null values and not unique values. That means the values in any column in a table that you specify with the primary key constraint must have unique values and cannot contain null values. And for more advanced cases, you can specify a primary key to a set of columns rather than just one column. But as a whole, a table can only have one primary key, be that in a simple case on one column or a primary key consisting of multiple columns. So let's just dive into the demo right away, and I'll show you how this primary key works. All right, so I'm just got some code ready here that is basically just creating a simple table. Now if we look at this code, we're creating a table called persons with 4 columns: ID, last name, first name, age, and that's it. So the ID is of type integer, and we are specifying it. We don't need the not null here, but we are specifying the primary key next to it. So that's how it is. You would have seen the syntax in the slide. You just need to specify the constraint after the data type. All right, and so that's it. The rest of the table is very straightforward. If you're not sure of what not null is, I've got a video about that. I'll link to that in the top right corner of the screen. You can watch that one. So let's create the table. So the table is created, and you should be able to see that over here. So we've got persons, and next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start inserting some data. So I'm going to insert a row of data with a person having ID 1, last name Jack, first name James, and age 23. So when we insert this data, everything is fine. So we get one row affected. We can confirm that by doing a select star from persons and running that. So as you can see, we've got that one row of data in there. Let's just do another row of data. So we have some, so I'm going to give this guy 2. I'm going to give him the last name of George, first name of John, and age can be 33. So this should also work fine, because in the primary key column, which is ID, we've specified a value that is unique. Unique means not existing in the table already, and it is not null. So that also works as well. If we run the select star to view the table, we can see we've got 2 rows of data. So now let's see where this primary key column comes into action. Suppose we try inserting another row of data with the ID null, right? When we run this, it's blocked because column does not allow nulls. Basically, primary key columns are like a combination of the not null and the unique, which we've learned previously. So it doesn't allow null values, and it also won't allow a value which has been already used in the table. So 2, which is already there in the table, will not be reinserted. So cannot insert duplicate key in object dbo.persons. So basically what it's saying is that's a not unique value, and hence this row of data cannot be inserted. So that's a little bit about the primary key, which basically helps us to uniquely identify records of data or rows of data in a table. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting.